Now in this video we are going to study about energy. Now in the previous videos we studied about work. In the junior classes, if somebody asked you what is energy, you would have replied energy is the ability to do work. This definition is what you have studied in junior classes. Energy is ability to do work. If we have energy, we can do some work. If we do not have any energy, no work is possible. It is easy to understand, very general, very dependent on common sense. Okay, if we have energy, we can do work. If we do not have energy, we cannot do work. So to do work, energy is necessary, energy is essential. So this means energy and work can be same. Both of them are same. If I have energy, I can use that energy and do different kinds of work. That means I can use the energy and convert it into other forms of energy. Right now I am speaking. How am I speaking? I am using the energy inside my body and converting into sound energy. I am seeing. I am having. The light is going inside my eyes. Okay, so that is also a conversion of energy. So energy can be same as work done. So this means, and what is the unit of work done? Unit of work done is joules. So unit of energy will also be joule. So energy and work done are the same thing. It is just the matter of speaking that sometimes we use work to define some things and sometimes we can use energy. Otherwise they are the same things. So we have different types of energy that we have studied in junior classes. We have studied that there are different energies. There is light energy, there is electrical energy, there is chemical energy, heat energy, solar energy, nuclear energy. All of these different types, air energy, wind energy. Okay, all of these you have studied. In this class, in class 10th, we are going to focus on one kind of energy which is called mechanical energy. We are going to study this one in detail for your class 10. So mechanical energy. What does mechanical energy mean? What kind of energy it is? It is the energy which is generated or which is consumed while you are doing mechanical work. Mechanical work like walking, jumping, lifting things, throwing things. All of these are in mechanical work. So energy which is required to do mechanical work is called mechanical energy. We have basically two parts of mechanical energy. One is potential energy and other is kinetic energy. Now you must have heard these names earlier also, potential energy and kinetic energy. So first we are going to discuss, in this video we are going to discuss about potential energy. So what is a potential energy? Potential energy is the energy which is generated or consumed while changing position of the body or while changing configuration. Configuration generally means shape. So potential energy is generated when either we change the position of the object or we change the configuration. So first we are going to discuss about changing position. How does changing position generate potential energy? Now in the previous video we studied that if there is a box lying on the floor and if I lift that box and put it at some height, then I am doing some work on the box. The gravity is also doing the same amount of work on the box. Now that work that we have done on the box while lifting it to a particular height, that work is stored in that box in the form of potential energy. What was the formula of that work? If you remember, the formula was force into displacement. Displacement was height, force was equal to the weight of the box, so it was mgh, force, and this was displacement. So it was mgh. So that means this should be the formula of potential energy. So when potential energy is generated because of changing positions, then the formula that we are going to use is equal to mgh. Now you must have understood what is the meaning of changing position. Changing position does not mean that I am standing here and then I moved here, now I have some potential energy. No, I do not have potential energy because h did not change. I am on both the position, I am on the same height. The height above the ground is not changing. That means the changing in position has a condition. How should the position be changed? There should be some height involved. The changing in position by changing height. So position will be considered to be changed when we are changing height. Then we will call it a potential energy, and the formula that we are going to use is equal to mgh. Let us say that what is the energy generated, or what is the energy stored in the box, or what is the energy required to lift a box of mass 5 kg, value of g, to a height of 10 meters. Then if we do this, we will be able to find the potential energy. We can say that this much potential energy is either, it can be said in two different ways. There are two different ways of saying the same statement. This statement can be said in two different ways, but actually they mean the same thing. First method is that I can say that potential energy required by me to lift the box of mass 5 kg and raise it, lift it to the height of 10 meter will be equal to this much. This is the one method, potential energy required by me to lift the box. Second method, potential energy stored in the box is equal to this value. So potential energy required by me to lift the box and the potential energy stored in the box are one and the same thing. How is it same thing? It means that whatever work that I have done, this work, I have done this work, whatever work I have done on the box, that work is stored in the form of energy in the box. Whatever work I have done on the box will be stored as the energy in the box. In this particular case, what will that energy be? That energy will be equal to potential energy. I hope this is clear. So this was by changing the position. Position means height. The other point, other method of generating potential energy was by changing configuration. By changing configuration of the body, let us say shape. It is a very loose meaning of configuration, but it is going to solve our purpose at least. So changing configuration. Let us take an example. This is a wall and let us say this is a floor, and I have a spring which I attached to the wall from one end, and it is lying like this. We are not applying any force on the spring as of now. Now what if I hold this spring and move it, stretch it in this direction? The force is applied in this direction. What will happen? The spring will get stretched. When it is stretched, what will happen? If I, at this point, I am holding the spring is stretched, and if I leave the spring at this point, what will happen? With a velocity, with a high velocity, this spring will go towards this side. It will try to attain its original shape. Same thing happens with a rubber band. If we have a rubber band and if I stretch, I had a rubber band here. Yes. So this is a rubber band. If I stretch, now this is the original configuration, this is the original shape. Now if I change the shape by applying force, I am stretching it, and now if I leave it, then it is going with a very high velocity. It is going with a very high velocity. Why it happens? Where this velocity is coming from? It is coming from the energy that is stored inside this rubber band. How is it stored inside the rubber band? Because I did some work In stretching this rubber band, I have to do some work because I am applying force and there is displacement created. Displacement, so that means I am doing some work. That work is stored in this rubber band in the form of energy. Which energy? Potential energy. Okay. Let us say that the displacement created by this force is equal to x meters. This force created a displacement of x meter. Then in that case, the potential energy which is stored in the spring will be given by the formula half kx square, where x is the displacement in meters and k is a constant which is called spring constant. Now this spring constant, it depends upon nature of material of the spring. Whatever this spring is made up of, aluminium or steel or stainless steel, they have different spring constant. So this is a constant value which depends upon the type of material that we are using to manufacture this spring, and the formula that will give us the potential energy will be half kx square, where x is the displacement in meter. Now this displacement can be on this side also. If this is the original position and I apply force on this direction, I compress the spring, then the spring will look like this. It will be compressed. If this was the neutral position, then now the displacement again can be x. Same formula is applied, because in both the cases, whether the spring is stretched, whether the spring is compressed, we are doing some work, and that work will be stored in the form of potential energy in this spring, and the value of potential energy we can find by half kx square. So when we are changing the height, the formula that we are going to use is mgh. When we are changing the shape, we are going to use the formula of kx square. So I hope this is clear. In the next video, we are going to study about kinetic energy.